Greetings, traveler. Do you want to harness the power of Illidan Storm Rage, the first demon hunter, lord of the Outlands, the former ruler of the Black Temple, and leader of the Illidan? Well, if that's what you want, and that's what your heart desire, then there's only one thing I will need from you.
And that'll be $40 or euros depending on your current residency. You can pay that with PayPal. Also, we do take credit cards and MasterCard for that matter. So if you just swipe it, and you'll get that and some other goodly goodies delivered right to your Battle.net account. Thank you.
Well, hello there, my beautiful and lovely gamers. My name is Jonal. Sorry for the weird intro. I haven't been playing D&D in over 2 weeks now, so I had to get it out somewhere, and you guys were the closest outlet. We're gonna review and talk a little bit about the Illidan Genji skin, and essentially what you will get for purchasing or buying the Blizzcon virtual tickets this year. And for once, in my opinion, there are skins that I actually want, meaning the Illidan Genji skin. You do also get other items, but is it worth it? The price of this is 40 euros, or 39.99 as they like to say it, and for a skin, 30 euros is a lot, or 40 euros for one skin is a lot. So buying it just for the skin, Genji skin, even though it looks really cool, the blade is really cool, there's a green glow to his eyes, his general aura, the blade, everything on the skin looks hella fucking dope, and that is high quality, and I do love it, and I do like it, and it's amazing, especially if you get gold weapon on it. But for 40 euros on its own, I don't think there's really that many skins that are worth 40 euros. And one of the drawbacks with this skin, even though it looks cool, is that it still is the same Genji voice lines, which makes sense. It is Genji, of course, but I would have liked to do in a way that the Illidan voice actor or something like that could actually come and voice at least some of the things. Like, I understand that you don't want to voice every single voice line, but at least like the grunts and the Dragon Blade, like do some other Dragon Blade voice line like I've done for previous event skin that doesn't even cost this, that costs like 3,000 coins in-game currency. At least give a special voice line for pulling the blade. It's still the same noise, at least in Japanese. It's the same voice like that every time you do a haja, every time you do a melee or some bullshit like that. And for me, and the same with his I Need Healing, is still his classic Genji I Need Healing sounds, which I found a little bit disappointing for a skin, even though it's bundled with a bunch of other stuff. Buying the skin itself for 40 euros is not worth it when they don't go on also like go that extra mile and change the blade animation, what comes out of the Dragon Blade, not just the dragon, but something else, the voice lines and everything like that. To not change that, it's a little bit disappointing. In Overwatch, you could also get the Tyrande Symmetra skin, which is comparatively to the Genji skin, in my opinion, not even close. While it looks like, again, like the skin looks cool, but from my perspective, like there's nothing really changed to the gun. The portal is actually cool. There's some like cool elvish runes, but there's nothing really with the beams of the teleporters. There's nothing to her ultimate wall, and nothing to really anything of the gun outside of the classic, like of course the general look of the skin. Not even the gun, in my opinion, looks very fancy. So I don't think this skin is even like on the same level as the Illidan Genji skin. It looks like they put way more effort into it, which is sad if you like Symmetra, especially when they kind of bundle them together. I would have liked them to do maybe do something, change the wall, maybe change the color of her beam, or something like that, and again maybe add some voice lines for the voice actor for the character in World of Warcraft, which I actually don't know what it even sounds like, which I personally would think again would make these skins far more attractive. If you do, however, play both those heroes, and of course you get all the other rewards for the game. For example, you get in World of Warcraft, you get a transmog outfit, some Murlocs, Fiend faction leaders. In Hearthstone, you do get the Blizzcon 2019 card, and a card back, and you get a mystery golden legendary card that is to be revealed at BlizzCon. Again, kind of leading into the fact that what I don't like about those card games, that you have to buy cards all the time, but that's kind of my personal opinion on card games, of course. Heroes of the Storm, you do get a BlizzCon spray and portrait, plus you get a Celestial Deep Crawled mount, which actually looks pretty sick. But again, like, who plays Heroes of the Storm after they killed the competitive scene? I don't even know how many players that are on it. I have played Heroes of the Storm, of course, due to events. It's a decent game, but it's not something that I would personally, let's say it like that, I don't buy this for any of these items. And in StarCraft 2, that you get the Brood Wars era unit skins and portrait. So if you play a bunch of these, plus of course the concept of the virtual ticket is something that each individual guy has to take into consideration. I would probably be using the virtual ticket quite a lot. So for me buying that, it makes sense. Plus this review of course coming up. But if you're buying it only for the Illidan Genji skin, depending on your financial situation, I would almost say that it's not really worth it. It's not worth 40 euros. If you buy it for the Illidan and the Symmetra skin, and you're gonna use the virtual ticket, sure, then it might be worth 40 euros depending on your financial situation. But 40 euros is quite a lot. Like, that's not very far off being able to buy a new game. And the same goes, like, again, if you play, for example, WoW at the same time, and you might be playing some StarCraft or some Hearthstone or whatnot, then, yeah, this could be a really great thing, especially I know a lot of people play Hearthstone on their mobile devices. And at that point, well, you get a cool card back, you get a new card, you get the Illidan, and you get the Illidan Genji, you get the Symmetra skin, all of that combined, plus using the virtual ticket, then you can start, arguing for that the price of admission is decent and pretty good. So that's kind of my personal opinion about that. Again, so only buying the Genji skin, in my opinion, is not worth it, even though the skin looks hella dope. If they had added like cool voice lines, change the Dragon Blade a little bit, and so maybe giving like a dark aura or some cool stuff like that around him. I've seen Illidan, for example, I've seen Illidan with wings in World of Warcraft. Imagine when he pulled his sword, if like wings appeared and like this dark aura around him started appearing, where you could almost only see the green eyes more clearly. That would be really dope, and I would have loved that so much. Then we could start talking about the price being right. But right now, I think the discounts, it's like worth maybe 15, 20 euros if you're a hardcore Genji man like I am, and over that price, you have to start factoring other stuff. If you're going to use the World of Warcraft or the Hearthstone stuff, if you're going to, how much you're going to use the Symmetra skin, which I think is way less quality, and also how much you're going to use the virtual ticket itself, because if you don't intend using any of that, then you can start arguing that this is not even remotely worth for you purchasing. But it's still a really dope skin. It looks cool, the weapon, everything, and I'm going to use this skin a lot. It's hella sexy. So that's my personal opinion. Tell me down below if you're gonna use this and so on how you feel about it. And as always, guys, my name is Jonal. Please take care of this positive. And as always, guys, keep the enemy in your crosshair.